Guys, in today's video, I'll be going over this stock that I think could triple within the next year. And the stock that I'm talking about is Surf Air Mobility. First, let's go over some reasons why and explain the company. Surf Air Mobility is a Los Angeles-based regional air mobility platform that is expanding access to short-haul aviation, aka regional travel throughout the United States. It operates as one of the largest commuter airlines in the United States by scheduled departures. It is the largest U.S. passenger operator of Cessna Caravans. The company's mission is to dramatically reduce the cost and hassle of flying while creating a positive impact on the environment. Surf Air Mobility's operations include scheduled and on-demand charter flights, primarily in the western U.S., mainly California, Colorado, with a fleet focused on efficient short-haul routes. Beyond traditional airline services, Surf Air Mobility is developing Surf OS, an AI-powered software platform for the regional air mobility industry, which is aimed at improving safety, efficiency, and profitability of airplanes. The company is also advancing electrified aircraft technology, including proprietary powertrain development for the Cessna Caravan to enable hybrid electric and fully electric flights, which would be huge. Their strategic goals include commercializing Surf OS for broader industry adoption. Think Delta, American Airlines. They want to scale their electrification efforts and try to develop more versions of the electric plane, and leveraging their partnerships, very specifically Palantir, for their AI integration to build a higher margin software and electrification ecosystem. Their key business segments are scheduled service, on-demand charters, and one of their key growth drivers for me, which is their Surf OS platform, and their electrification, which is pretty big too. So their Q4 2025 guidance was their revenue is expected to be around $25 to $27.5 million, with their adjusted loss being around $6.5 to $8 million. So they're still an unprofitable company, which makes this company very risky, or pretty risky in my opinion. And at least in their full year 2025, they at least won $100 million revenue. At least $105 million of revenue, and their airline profitability is to be expected, which is great. Their balance sheet was strengthened by a $100 million strategic transaction, which included $26 million for Surf OS, which is huge, and $80.8 million in recent funding. However, some of their cash has been derived from their shareholders' equity and diluting shares, and their high cost of revenue persists. So their revenue forecast is to jump 36.42% annually. They're not expected to be profitable for the next 3 years, but their Surf OS AI platform could drive up margins. And one important thing to note is that their short interest jumped. I read a statistic that said around 50% of their shares are currently being shorted, so that could mean a potential squeeze, but primarily it means that this company is undervalued and pretty hated. As I talked about before, they're unprofitable, and they face substantial dilution and negative equity. Another risk is their reliance on regulatory approvals, unproven Surf OS, and they do have some competition. And obviously this company is a high volatility. I mean, it's a small cap that's unprofitable, so as you can imagine, it would be pretty volatile. And they have had some reverse split plans, but they have made news where they announced that I think they're not going to do it for the next quarter, so that's good. But they haven't mentioned anything about the next couple of quarters, but for next quarter that's good, which basically means if you're holding right now, they won't do it for another 3 months. And here is their table chart. Their revenue is up 3% year over year. They exceeded their goal. Their net loss is up 123% year over year, which is not great. But their EBITDA, which is their money before I forget what it's called, but it's down, which is good. and their revenue growth is good, but their scheduled service revenue is down, which doesn't really, I don't know, impact my valuation because I'm really focused on their SurfOS platform. And their strengths are that, yeah, they're the first mover in AI software. They have an exclusive Palantir partnership. So honestly, this company could maybe pivot to some like defense, electric AI thing, if scalable. For SurfOS, they have some weaknesses, which include persistent losses, high dilution, and operational efficiencies. But yeah, they do have some urban air mobility boom, and they could commercialize SurfOS. Overall, it's a high-risk, high-reward play in regional aviation, which blends traditional operations with innovative software and electrification. While unprofitable and volatile, their SurfOS progress and growth in on-demand segments signal potential for a 2026 turnaround. And yeah, something else I think is crazy is that the analyst's average price target is $7.75, which is more than 100% from where we're at right now. But yeah, their execution and profitability is definitely key. And something that I like to do too is just scroll on X, see what people are talking about. Seems like people are pretty bullish. Yeah, short squeeze highlighted here. Talk about their partnership with Palantir. Slow and steady rise, like well they're accumulating. So yeah, all good stuff. But now let's get to the technicals. So as you can see, here actually I'll show my position too. Currently, I am up 11% on my shares, even after they had a bad day today. So yeah, I've been in this stock since like, what's my average cost? $2.73. So yeah, where was I? Maybe like right here or something like that. So yeah, I got in kind of early, and yeah, I mean they're up over 50% over the last month, which you like to see. And load. All right. So on the technicals, you can see they kind of bounced off of their 100-day and 200-day SMA, which is not great, but I think they can push past above it. As you can see here, there's a clearly defined trend line. Hit this, and it recently just broke above it. Honestly, what I think is going to happen is that maybe it'll retest this line, then continue to go up. I don't really see any like huge resistance. Maybe at this level right here, I would take out a couple of shares because right now I have 30, but that is still 100% from where we're at, so I would double my money. So overall, I think that the risk reward is very good. On this company, you could set something like this, and then maybe target this, or even you could target like its yearly highs from July, which would be 5-to-1 risk reward, which is absolutely great. So overall, I think that this is a great company. It's very volatile, so if you're not into risk on assets, then definitely don't invest. This thing fluctuates like 10% in a day, and is very reactive off of news and rumors. But yeah, overall, I think that this is a great company. Not really a long-term hold for now, but definitely sort of like a swing trade that you could do. All right, thanks so much, guys.